Hello. Hello, hello. So, as the title suggests, it's gonna be a straight, chill stream today. So I'm just gonna be doing some coloring. Probably go for a couple hours. Yeah. Good to see you there, Jordan and Koeth. Glad that you guys could make it. And Don't and Steph over on the phone side. It'll take a little bit for the chat to connect before it starts appearing. It's kind of annoying. I don't know why it takes so long, but glad you're all here. Okay, so last time we left off on Dragon Ball Z, we were going through and coloring this. We had a heck of a time cleaning up the line work, but I think it's now all cleaned up. Oh, except for the hand there. So we'll wanna clean up the ears here. Now, where's Grimm's ears? They're higher up. There they are. I will need to like kind of figure out a more effective way of doing that in the future. It's kind of annoying the way it is now. Okay. All right. How am I? I'm doing all right. Chilling out, taking it easy. Okay, so I gotta remember my method for doing this. We have the right color. Okay, so that's ears. We have the flats. We're doing the flats right now. Okay, and everything should be set up. I changed the hotkey for that to make it nice and easy. I'm still a little bit worried about the line work not coming out as I was hoping it would. I may need to adjust my method next time, but we'll see. Well, no, we're not going to get to doing the line work today, probably, because I still have a lot of coloring to do. But, eventually. We need to delete that. That's fine. That'll be covered up. That is one thing that I'll have to take into account is the fact that his eyes move around as much as they do. That's actually something I want to go back and do a little bit with, actually. Oh, interesting. Okay. So there actually is another frame here. I'll also need to kind of figure out what I'm doing the lower arm. Technically that will be like covered up essentially. Right there. That's funny that that's on a 1. I'm excited for Halloween. I'm excited for October. I'm really enjoying this October. I don't really do much for anything for Halloween specifically, but it is always fun to see like all the decorations and stuff like that. So, in a way, I suppose. It's actually been this has been a rather pleasant October, actually, because I've been taking a bit of a break from my typical grind on like the comic and stuff like that, as I've mentioned. Just kind of enjoying it, taking it easy. It's been a while since I feel like I've really enjoyed an October or a fall for that matter. Ooh, that sounds good. Llama, Tolosa 2. I'll write this down. Actually, might actually need to start switching stuff over to something else. We're back on chiptune.fm on YouTube today. I figured good time to get back into the chiptune mood. And also, I'm pretty sure the playlist that I listened to last time got dinged. So, you know, that's great. Love that. That's all good. Welcome back there, doing stuff. Always good to have you stopping by. Hello, DT. Hope you're doing well. Back in Norway. Oh, excellent. Sounds like you're making good progress there, Dope. Rough sheets are important. I actually probably will rework some of my own rough sheets for Wicker at some point. Try to take what I've learned and see if I can't make them a little bit more realistic to animate long term. Because ideally, I don't like that. Give me a second here. Where is Grim? There you are. But yeah, because I have, if it took me 100 hours to animate him, more or less animate him for one little clip that's like 20 seconds long or something. Yeah, I gotta kind of rethink him a bit. We'll see though. Oops. Okay, that should be, that's better. Okay. Just flats. Flats, there you are. Okay, now I can... Man, that's a really weird, because his ears and everything like that are all on different layers. How long I've been working on this? I can actually give you a almost exact amount. So, as according to this, that's 92 hours and 18 minutes. That doesn't include my preliminary rough animation that I did on Procreate before. So that's only in this program so far. So I figure, yeah, around 100 hours or so. Maybe a little bit more now. So, by and large, you know, that's kind of how things go. But there are ways of being more efficient with your animation and doing things a little bit better. In fact, I have some ideas on, like, that's gonna be interesting. See about making things a little bit cheaper. This was more of just like me kind of stretching my legs, as it were. Because it had been a little while since I'd animated, and I'm like, you know, how good of an animator am I now? Right? So I wanted to see what I could do. And I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty happy with it. There's little things, of course, that could always be better, but generally speaking, I was pretty happy that I was able to get the character to act the way I wanted to. Oh yeah, no, definitely for sure. And especially like, it's one of those things where, when I was working on my last short film, The Blind King, the scope of a project really kind of goes into like planning how long you spend like per scene and stuff like that. So I was whipping out a scene a day, pretty much, for the most part, with some exception, when I was working on my last short film, The Blind King, which is kind of wicked fast. For animation, but it's how the schedule worked out. It's like, okay, I have to hit this basically. Believe animation is fun, but requires lots of patience. Honestly, there's no real way around it. No matter what you do, there's going to be some level of patience to it for sure. Like I've said, like you can do really fun stuff with like cheap animation. I mean, look at like Terminal Montage, right? And if you haven't watched Terminal Montage, then do yourself a favor and go out and watch Terminal Montage. He actually, like, he does really effective. He's really effective, right? Like, he gets the comedy of the action across really well. He knows where to really emphasize his work, right? It's still a lot of work, still requires patience and stuff like that, but like the way that he does it, he's able to get a video out every few months or so, right? It definitely helps that he's able to do it full time. That helps a lot. Because like I've said, like when your initial thought with like, oh, if I work on something for 1 hour versus 2 hours, in the 2 hour time, I'll get like twice as much done. It's like, truth be told, you'll actually probably get closer to like 4 times as much done. It's kind of multiplicative, I find. When you get warmed up and you get going, you get faster throughout the day. And then even more so when you're like doing it a lot every day, you get like really efficient. You get really fast. So yeah, so stuff like that definitely helps, but regardless, like just being smart about it, learning to be smart about like your ability as an animator, as and how you apply yourself and stuff like that. There's lots of little tricks. I swear I've heard this song before. Okay, no artist given, but the song title is apparently numbers 4 through 7 are liars. I don't know if that's a reference to something. I imagine this one's gonna be hard to find. Hold on. 7 are liars. There we go. Like, for example, like even though I spent 100 hours on this, just about, I could have spent a lot more time if I decided, you know what, I am going to polish it with cleanup. But I didn't. Because I was like, no, I don't think I will. I don't think I'm going to do that. That would take freaking ever. And boy, does that save a lot of time. That. Hey, what's up, Devaney? Welcome to the stream. Okay. Feel like this. And like that. I think that should be, oh, and that. Apparently that ear is covered up by something. I don't know what, but. Okay, that should work. Oh, Ghostbusters. Can't wait to get DMCA'd from this. I should be fine. In theory. I think if I just do the, okay, aside from ear, I'll need to do a little bit by hand. Oh, come on. Something like that. Okay. Alright, we're getting close to the end here. Which doesn't actually mean anything, it just means that we're going to switch over to actually filling in the color, which is going to take a while. But I just really hope I'll be able to do what I want with this flat, because otherwise it is going to be a hassle. I think I can. I think I can. I don't know, so for sure. So we'll see. I can think of several methods to do it. It's just, is one going to be nice and easy and simple, or is it going to be more of a headache? Jeez, sorry about that. How am I today? I am all right. I am actually not as tired as I would expect. Reminds me, I probably should get a drink of water. Probably will do that here soon. Come on. Oh, come on. Oh, that's gonna be interesting. A little bit of that. That should be fine. That's not though. Oh, that wasn't fine. Dang it. That's sort of surprising. Actually gonna put 66 here. I'm just gonna do this by hand. Okay. All right, that's flat done. Okay. So now, okay, I need to like organize here. Bring this up. I have so many doggone layers. Okay, I wonder, can I organize this stuff? Technically I can. Hold on, let me. 30. I don't know if this will work. Let's find out. Yes. Oh, that's nice. Okay, here we go. All right, we can make a layer for Grem as well. And put that all in. I still need to clean up the box. I'm just kind of ignoring the box. Okay, good. It did remember. Do that, and then finally, whatever. There we go. Oh my gosh, that organizes us so much nicer. Okay, so being said, we do need to. Okay, we need to go here. We need to make a new folder all the way at the beginning. There. His hood and his wing. Okay. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to, okay, so we need to go in here, we need to select color, and we need to flip to layer below. Now in theory, make make sure that this is true. I want both as reference. Okay. So let's, oops. Yes. Okay. That's gonna work. All right. So now I can come up here and I can start selecting his color. Actually, I might do the horn first just to get that out of the way. Oops. That we're actually going to make every layer first. That way I can go to the next one and make this really fast. And that'll be enough for now. Let's just go through and start doing the horn. Yeah, this is going to take a little while. Like I said, there are faster ways to do color, but they involve more upfront work. So we're just going to do it this way for now. Technically, I think there is some kind of auto color system built in Clip Studio Paint that I haven't looked into. I probably should, just to see like how that would work. If it would work. I suppose I could have saved myself some time if I had done this a different way, but oh well. Whatever. You know, come to think of it, I can save myself just time doing that. Whoops. I don't have to reselect it if it's the same thing every time. Good grief. Okay, that'll work. There we go. That sped things up. Come on. That'll probably be a problem. But that is a problem for future me. When it's a bigger problem that'll have to go out of my way to solve rather than fixing it right now, like I should. Okay. Not far along. Okay. This should actually go pretty quick, especially for Graham. Graham only has like 3 colors. His eyes are slightly more complicated, but not really. I will. How do I want to do the eyes for Graham? Because Graham's eyes are kind of special. They kind of glow a little bit, more like in dark areas, but they still have kind of this like unique shine to them. Actually, and truth be told, actually, Wicker's eyes glow more than his, but both of their eyes are kind of special. So I kind of want to separate them. So I'll probably put the eye color layer on its own like separate spot. That way I can do some post-processing on it and give it some glow really easily. I'll need to remember to do that. The base of his eye, the base of their eyes won't. They're like pupils, or not pupils, but cornea is normal, but the pupil and the iris is a little bit more special. Oh. One thing that I'm really trying to think of what I want to do is like for like shading and stuff like that. I might do something for shading. I don't know. It depends on how much time I want to put into lighting. I don't know. We'll see. Because that would be a bit more work. But it does help quite a bit to give a little bit more presence to a character. Okay. So now I gotta... And I can go all the way to the end there. Go all the way there. Oh, that's funny. I turned on the roughs. Yeah, okay, that's the hood. All right. Oh, no. Oops. Forgot. All right. Yeah, this won't actually take too long. Especially considering, like, there is a lot more stillness in the character than initially, like, you'd expect. Yeah, let's see here. So this part right here will be probably one of the more active parts where he's walking, because everything needs to be individually done. But when he's just sitting there, and there's a little movement and whatnot, but like should be able to get away with a bit of alteration. You know, it's kind of fun. I thought about doing like colored line work and stuff like that. But one, that takes forever. And two, I actually couldn't do it with the technique I'm expecting to do, because I'm expecting to basically crush this line work into like a monochrome style, which means it's either black or it's white. There's no in between. There's no subtle little grays and such, or any transparency for that matter. And when I do that, obviously I lose any kind of color data. So it wouldn't work anyway, unless I wanted to go back and color it by hand after the fact, which would be really annoying. So nope, no colored line work. Because I would have to not only... basically, I would not only have to color the frames that are present here, but like you'll notice there are little gaps, you know, because this is on 2s, right? So it's the same frame it's the same drawing for 2 frames, right? But when I process this line work and send it out the door as an image sequence, it's not going to care about that. It's going to just send out as many image sequences as it needs to fill out the full animation. And that means I lose that timing. Everything's a frame now. Everything's an individual frame. Which means I would have to go back and do every single frame instead. I'd have to color every single frame. So that would be annoying. little bit of a shame, but not that big of a deal. That should be fine. There we go. Come on. Oh yeah, his horn's gonna disappear here. So I won't be able to be doing that for much longer here, for a minute. And we'll just do this. I'm just glad that clipping masks work on layers. That's nice, because otherwise I would have to actually select the entire line work. So you'll notice, like when I do it, right, I'm able to just like select around the object when it's out here, and that's because it's only filling in, or at least it's only showing color that's over this yellow. That's why I went through and I did it's called the flats. So I don't have to select every little bit of line work. It's on the inside like this, I do, but like not that big of a deal. It saves time for sure, and it'll save a lot more time. You'll see here once I go to the hood. Planning on going to the hood next, and you'll see just how much time that's gonna save. That's probably going to be a problem. Probably going to have to go in and fix that. But the nice thing is all I have to do is just fix the fill, and then it'll work better. Because I technically am selected on the outside, or rather it's colored on the outside. Oops. It just... Come on. You don't see it. That'll be interesting to color, but I'll figure that out when we get there. Yeah, see, there's little gaps. Typically, so that's part of the reason why I typically don't use the magic wand for selection like that, because like it's not as accurate, but man, does it speed things up. And honestly, like it just means that I needed to refine my settings a little bit more. Because now it's just kind of actually, Yeah, this will work. Okay, that's the horn done. All right, let's do the hood now. And the way we're going to do the hood is we are going to actually essentially select the entire outside. And the face doesn't matter right now. We're not worried about the face. Well, we're going to be doing the face later. So right now, it's all just the same thing. And the little lapel thing. Whatever you'd call that. What is his name again? His name is Wicker. Like a wicker chair. Or a wicker basket. Hold on. Yeah, okay, that's the wing. Just imagine, though, you know, I'm doing this all digitally. I'm doing this all with very convenient tools and everything like that. Remember, think back in like the 90s, even, right? Now you don't even have to go that far back, all considering. A time where they were still having to flip a cell over, you know, a celluloid image over, and paint every single frame by hand. With a brush and actual paint. Crazy. Could you imagine you accidentally like it'd be hard to like mess up a cell, right? Because like at the end of the day, like you're doing, that's why you do it on like the back of the cell versus the front. Is, you know, the line work goes on the front and then the color goes on the back, and you know, that way you're not screwing up the line work, and the line work always is up front. But like, imagine you somehow messed up a frame. It's like, oh no. You would still have the pencil test to make a new frame. But boy, I bet cleanup department would not be happy about that. Because holy crap, that'd be a lot of work to fix. I mean, one frame wouldn't be too bad. It'd be annoying, but still. That's one thing that I simplified on him was his sleeves. Oops, wrong way. I used to make it so that his sleeves had these little like flare outs, which I do like the look of, but like at the same time it kind of complicates his design a little more than I like, so I kind of made them a bit more subtle. That is one thing I can sort of do, is select large areas like that. Just kind of speed things up a little bit, but it also kind of makes for a bit of a mess. Whoops. Come on. There we go. Okay. There we go. There we go. Oh. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Oops. That reminds me that I am gonna save. Oh. Okay. Okay. We are going to... That's not necessary. Gonna do that. Okay. So, here's what we're gonna do. Actually gonna... do that, and then we're actually gonna select pretty much like this whole area and go around the hand. And then we'll basically have everything we need selected. And we'll be able to, come on, just do that. And in theory, it did go a little high, huh? Whatever. We'll go back and fix that. All right. Well, that sort of worked. We'll just have to. Oops. Okay. Let's get back. That. Come on. Oh, come on. That is so irritating. This tool is one of the glitchiest tools in the whole program. It never does what you want it to do. It's so irritating. Oh, cool. I didn't even get it far enough. Whatever. Grief. I technically don't need to fill that in, but whatever. It actually will make it easier later on. So. There we go. Okay. Yeah, okay. And I think, did I? Yeah, I think I made a color with the back of that. It's technically buried, though. I may have to actually go into the... Oh, wait, but I can't. Maybe I can do that? I don't know. Either that or I just come up with a new color. Probably just do that. Cool. Hello, Nuke. Nuke. See how that came out. That came out terribly. Okay. Now, in theory, let's eventually be able to select a specific area. Come on. So right here. So we have a little bit of a ways to go. Come on. I'm actually going to do this one right, because we are now at the stage where I should be able to just copy and paste. Not copy and paste, but use the same thing over and over again. So I'm gonna go way out. There we go. All right. Shoot, wrong way. Doing that. Oh, what am I doing? Oh my gosh, this freaking. Come on. I think I can just do this. Come on. No. Maybe this. Yeah. Oh, the horn isn't done there. Oops. Where am I? There I am. That's better. Actually, hold on. Hold on. Oops. Oh, come on. Oh, great. Hold on. We want to keep the color the same. There we go. All right. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna freaking kill this thing. All right. Now, in theory, there should be a frame where this becomes repetitive. Not that frame. Yeah, it's only like 3 frames. Hmm. Okay. Times 4:38. All right. Come on. Actually, that's it. And that's gonna be a problem. You know, I just thought of something. Let me try something real quick. I'll come back to that. So we want this. This is line work. I can. No, I can't. Never mind. That's annoying. Why can't I don't know. Why you aren't able to. Hold on, let me try something. That's grappling. Nope. Okay, that does that. That settles that. That's unfortunate. I was gonna see if I could convert all the line work in program. That would help with a number of things. But not a huge deal that I can't. Hopefully. My plan is that basically I'm gonna just process the line work separately in DaVinci Resolve and just do it that way. Cool. There we go. And yet again, it's really going to be a problem. Down the line. I didn't actually do the line work properly or selection properly. So now things are really going to be a problem. I'll have to more or less fix all of that. That's really bad. Jeez, holy cow. Why did it select it so poorly? That's really annoying. Yeah, coloring is gonna take a little while. Come on, we're good. That's his wing. Ugh. Daggone it, man. That's really annoying. I'll really have to fix these. Basically gonna have to go back through and make sure. Come on. Jeez, look how bad that is. Good grief, what happened? Like I didn't even try. I think that this is be this. Be wrong about that. I don't know. Nah, that makes sense. That's back. That's that as well. Man, that's really annoying. That can be the... Oh, that's not the wing. Okay. Then we will need to fix that. Come on. There we go. Man, that's annoying. I'll have to fix that. Okay. Shouldn't be too much work, but definitely annoying. That needs to be deleted. Thankfully, I think the hood should be the most complicated thing I have to do selection on. As time goes on, selection gets easier and easier because you work big to small, complicated to simple. So the next thing will be the body. And that's just going to be like selecting around here, and around the arms. And then the arms will be really easy. The legs will be really easy. And I'll fix all that, and that'll kind of fix itself when I redo the area. Come on. It'd be awesome if this worked. Come on. Jeez. There, finally. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna be fun because now I need to select the whole arm and the hand and all the fingers. Yeah, it's gonna take a while. Come on. What is that? Where does that come from? That's funny. I wonder what that is. What layer that's on. Come on. That should be good enough. Okay. Oh, how did I forget that one? All right, well, that'll do for now. Gonna go and wrap this up. I'll be back on Thursday, probably doing more of the same. It's gonna be a little while, gonna be a bit of time. Probably not gonna get through all this before I'm back to coloring for the comic, but that's how it goes. That being said, thank you guys for stopping by, I really do appreciate it. Hope to see you again on Thursday. But keyboard tapping, there will be more keyboard tapping in the future, I can assure you. But yeah, now I gotta go take care of some stuff, gotta go. Oh, Ape Shape, you're coming in right at the end. There will be more on Thursday. I'll be streaming around 7 Pacific Standard Time. But yeah, progress. We got the flats done and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, no, hope to see you there. Again, 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Hope to see you. Is there anything else? I don't think so. Yeah, have yourself a good one. Take care, keep drawing, keep doing all the good stuff. Yeah, I'll see you all later.